Yeah, that was I'd say maybe back on track was what probably the best way to describe it, knowing that we had three consistent periods and played the right way, had the puck more than we probably had in most games, and that defensively we're as sound as we've been. So it was we're real a lot of good things we did.
What do you like about the Lions right now? You kind of mentioned that last night. What do you like about how things are set up right now?
I think there's speed on all the lines and purpose, and I think the one thing is, and when you watch the game again, it's almost like everybody was together. They moved as packs of five, and it seemed like whether the purpose or the team game was emphasized in how they played. So it was really noticeable. But I thought quickness and having the puck was what we were looking for. I thought that stuck out.
And Johnson coming back up from Rockford, and the decision to put him in, is you just like him as a defensive
Well,
forward?
we felt that that whole week that he was here practicing, ready to play, we liked the way he approached it, and I thought he really handled missing some games the right way. And then we told him to go down there and play. We expect you back, and he had two really good games down there, and want to keep him going.
Is it difficult to separate Schmaltz and Kane's kind of chemistry they've created?
Yeah, I think that's been good, but I still think there's room there for for more with Schmaltzy. I think that I think he looked better last night, and I think that whether it's the speed that was around him, and Sauter looked good in that spot too. So it was it's one game. Things change, and I'm sure they'll be back playing with one another at some point. And they still get a lot of shifts together, and they're on the power play together, and they do get some 5-on-5 shifts too.
A shot pass from Gus, is that something you like to see other defensemen do, or is that sort of like innate to certain players?
That's certain guys offensively on the back end have whether it's play recognition or that patience level that he has. You got to put them both together, and you make for that kind of a special play. But it's, I think we have options that we like to have with motion with our D in the offensive zone, and first option and priority is make sure we're thinking shot and getting it through. And but that fake was usually you get that from a top scorer or somebody that has that next level of finish. So that was. It was nice to see, and I'm sure it was a big factor in the outcome last night. But it's I think a lot of D are good in the rush, are good up and off the point, and but that was something you don't see too often.
Did you start to see his confidence grow at the end of last season, or did it really just kind of see it this year?
I thought his camp this year, I thought he had real purpose. It looked like his approach this year and how he prepared for the season was real professional, and I think he wanted to absorb more responsibility in his contribution to our team game, and hence the opportunity to play more and playing better is basically going on right now. So it's something where offensively we like his contribution. He's made several nice plays defensively to break up real high-end scoring opportunities as well. And I think that's an area where he keeps getting better. It really makes that pair or him on the ice going to be a real factor in the game both ways.
For Kemp, is Rockford an option, or are you going to keep him up there?
No, it's one game, and that's all it was, and we'll see.
Is that the challenge with having 14 forwards now?
Well, yeah, it just occurred in one day, and we'll see on that one. It's still 14 forwards is a lot easier than 8D.
Schmaltz and Brinkett, they just said they had their season low time on the ice yesterday. Is there a look to try to keep it a little bit lower?
Yesterday's game might have been a little bit different. There was a lot of special teams throughout the game. I thought the Cat had an opportunity to kill a penalty even. I thought he did an outstanding job on that shift. And then we stayed with the four lines most of the game. Sometimes when the game gets, we usually see Kaner get the double shift a little bit later, but his minutes weren't that far off. But he might have had a couple shifts that we extended playing four lines the whole time and avoided him. Didn't avoid, but he didn't get out there in those situations. We rolled the four.
You have a pretty vivid memory of being 19 and playing? And is there anything you keep an eye on with guys that age, just make sure they're doing all right?
Well, you know, here's the question, I don't know if you're talking about Henry, but I just think that coming off a couple of games where it wasn't at that same great high level that we saw initially, I thought the good response was how he played last night. And I thought, you know, that consistency, trying to reestablish that predictability of being safe and quick, and I thought he had an excellent gap and playing that type of game where, you know, you don't have to be a productive defenseman every single night as long as you play the right way and you play to your team game. And I thought he did that real well last night. I thought our whole group of D played strong last night and had a real purpose to their games. And I know you could be talking about somebody else, but I don't know if you're talking about Henry. But that's to me, that's a young defenseman. You know, there's definitely going to be a learning curve on stretches and in games as well. But you know, we're very happy with how he's progressed here, and last night's a good example of you know, getting back and playing the way you'd hope.
Did you almost have to do a double take when you saw Alex going after Mansell last night?
Different weight class, yeah. He was competitive. I mean, he just had, you know, he's in that situation. He was.
He says he's gotten
Things
into
can happen.
fights. I mean, he says he's gotten into a few fights in juniors, but he said never a 50-pound weight difference.
Yeah, was it 50?
Crawford.